it's me, Steph from Happy Place to Grow. As you can see, I'm here in my classroom. And last week, when we met on week 2, it's actually week 3. When we met on week 2, I was over at my behavior chart, and we were discussing that effective teachers, and it is the teacher that makes the difference. And we know school doesn't even begin until the teacher walks in. So teachers that have order and organization are going to make for a successful classroom. Students are going to know what to do, and they're going to feel more confident, and the class time is going to run smoother. Last week, my focus for myself and what I brought to you was how to make sure that you set up your class with your classroom expectations right from the first days of school. So whatever we talked about this, whatever you do as your classroom management system, don't forget to stick to it. Make those expectations clear to your students. Make sure they understand the consequences and the rewards, and don't forget to follow through. The power is not in the rule or procedure, it's in the follow-up or the inspection. And so that is going to make the difference. This week coming up, my students have actually been earning their reward points, and we are going shopping. There is such a power in the positive. Students begin to understand that when they make good choices and they get to collect points, they get to shop and spend those points. So I brought over just one of my prize boxes. I have a 5 box, a 10 box, a 20 box, 50 and 100. And the students may collect points and go for the big prizes, or they sometimes like to just get those little goodies. It makes them feel like, hey, I've earned something. I want to spend my money. So the power of that part of your classroom procedure that you're setting up is definitely the follow through. And I am working on that in my classroom, so hopefully you are too. Now this week, my focus, of course, is still the teacher makes the difference. Effective strategies in the classroom by the classroom teacher, that's what's going to make the difference. So this week, my focus is on planning. Hey, I'm still thinking about this book, The First Days of School, and I know that I am the difference. Here's a quote from the book. The factor that increases student achievement is the significance of an effective teacher. Effective teachers are creative, we're thinkers, and we are planners. So this week, I have really set in motion making my weekly plans. You know, I've been teaching for 28 years, and let me just reach down here and get my plans. Now, I've had lots of plan books. I've bought fancy plan books. I have had really cheap plan books that have been given to me from my school. I have kept them all too, 28 years worth of lesson plans. I've typed my own. I've bought some digital versions of lesson plan books. I am working through the last couple of years just using Google Slides, and I just piggyback every year. I just go in and tweak up with my schedule, and I just like to format it like this. I have the days of the week, the subjects, and then I just go through and I like to plan for the week. It just helps me know I want to get this accomplished today because tomorrow I'm going here, and then I'm going here, and then I'm going here. You know, when you have a plan, all the instruction you need to get done in a week is going to happen at least most of the time. So that brings me to planning and being flexible. I am such a planner, and over the years, it used to really throw me off if I planned and something, you know, there was a fire drill or one of the kids had an accident or, you know, just something, we had an assembly and I couldn't get to what I had planned. But I've learned over the years, just be flexible, you know, have that backup plan, plan B, so that if something doesn't go the way that you've timed it out, I just know in my mind, I start thinking, okay, I might have to either move this into a later slot in the afternoon, or what can I shift around tomorrow so I can continue and get this all in? So make those plans, because when you make your plans, it's going to really settle in your heart and your mind what you need to accomplish to keep the curriculum flowing and the learning going, but also have a backup plan. So if things have to get shifted around, you've got it. You can do it. When you make your plans, you're thinking also about time on task, because we know that every minute of the school day counts, that learning is all day long. And so when you keep yourself on a schedule and on task, it keeps the kids on task. There's less trouble in the classroom because there's no downtime. Hey, and speaking of plans, don't forget when you're making your plans to make sure your copies are run and count those copies. If you have 21 students, make sure you have enough copies for each student. And if you are putting some links, if you're doing some online teaching, make sure you click those links ahead of time to make sure they're still good. I have used videos over the years from YouTube, and I have clicked them and they're down. YouTube does take videos down sometimes, or the people that have them on their channels will take them down. So just make sure your links are good and ready to go. If you have material, I'm doing a school bus art activity with my students. So I'm getting all my construction paper, I'm putting them in trays so the students can have them on their desks. Make sure you've got your glue sticks, your crayons, just have all those materials so you're not running around your room searching for things that you need. Again, that wastes so much time. And anytime there's downtime, I know for younger students, you're going to run into issues. There's going to be, side talk. The kids are getting off task. It's going to be hard to rein them back in. This morning, I was doing a pattern block activity with my students. So ahead of time, before they got there, I just put the pattern blocks that they would need for this project in baskets. And it took me a while to sort and get them prepared. I was so glad I did it before the students arrived, because again, every minute counts. Learning is so important. The success of your students is going to depend on you being prepared so that you can get that instruction out in a timely manner and effectively. So make those plans, make sure you've got enough copies, test those links, be prepared, be flexible. I've definitely had to learn that over the years. Well, effective teachers, one thing you can do for yourself is if it's a holiday weekend, you can take some time off. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm heading out to the beach for this Labor Day holiday, and I'm going to get some rest so that I can be refreshed and come back next week and plan and prepare and teach. All right. Until our next time together, as always, have a good one.